Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Roman Reigns was arguably the face of WWE following John Cena's move to Hollywood under Vince McMahon's regime. Meanwhile, Jonathan Coachman thinks Triple H is pushing another star similarly, and it's not working for them. Gunther has been one of the biggest stars to come out of the Stamford-based promotion under Triple H's creative regime. The game has often ensured to protect the ring general inside the ring and to keep him away from the weekly product when he doesn't have gold around his waist. Speaking on Behind the Turnbuckle Studios' The Coach and Bro Show, Jonathan Coachman pointed out that Triple H is forcing Gunther on the audience the same way Vince McMahon did around a decade ago with Roman Reigns, and the experiment is clearly not working. It almost feels like the early Roman Reigns days when Vince McMahon shoved him down our throats and put him out there for multiple WrestleMania main events when he got booed out of the building. And then at one point it all flipped and switched, and all of a sudden he became the biggest star in the business. I don't see that for Gunther. I really don't, Coachman said. Triple H's next Roman Reigns could be John Cena's final WWE opponent. Gunther remained dominant most of his career as a performer in the Stamford-based promotion. Whether it was with Imperium or without, the ring general often created history and shattered records with the titles that he held in the promotion, regardless of the creative regime. Earlier this year, the 38-year-old WWE star was picked to be Goldberg's last ever opponent in the promotion. The match in Atlanta exceeded expectations, and demand got the ending he deserved as a performer and the promise that Vince McMahon made before he left the company. Multiple reports have suggested that Triple H plans to book Gunther as John Cena's final opponent when the leader of Cenation has his final match for WWE in Washington at Saturday night's main event. It'll be interesting to see if the two stars clash in December or not. WWE has always been known for creating megastars who transcend the squared circle, icons like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena, and, most recently, Roman Reigns. Each represented a different era of dominance, defined by charisma, storytelling, and fan connection. But according to a recent statement from a former WWE star, Triple H's latest attempt to anoint the next Roman Reigns may not be hitting the mark with fans or talent backstage. Ever since Roman Reigns' part-time schedule began after his historic run as undisputed Universal Champion, speculation has swirled about who WWE's next centerpiece would be. Triple H, the chief content officer, reportedly has his eyes set on Solo Sikoa, positioning him as the future face of the Bloodline and potentially the entire WWE. However, not everyone is buying into the hype. Former WWE star Ryback, known for his outspoken takes on current storylines, didn't hold back in his recent YouTube stream. Triple H is trying too hard to make Solo Sikoa the next Roman Reigns, Ryback said. You can't force that kind of connection. Roman grew into the role, he didn't have it handed to him overnight. Solo's talented, no question, but right now it feels manufactured. The challenge of replicating Roman's or Roman Reigns' evolution into the tribal chief wasn't instantaneous. It was the result of years of storytelling, fan backlash, and eventually, a masterclass in long-term booking. When Paul Heyman joined Reigns in 2020, the transformation was complete. Reigns became not just a dominant champion but a nuanced, layered character who commanded attention every time he appeared on screen. Solo Sikoa's rise, by contrast, has been rapid. Introduced as the silent enforcer of the Bloodline, he quickly earned respect for his intensity and power. But many fans and analysts have noted that WWE is now pushing him too far, too fast. After turning on his brothers, the Usos, and taking control of the Bloodline in Roman's absence, Solo has been booked as a ruthless leader, destroying opponents, recruiting new allies, and even being presented as the heir to the tribal chief throne. Yet, the audience hasn't reacted with the same emotional investment they had with Reigns. While Solo's presence is undeniable, his character development feels abrupt. It's like they skipped a few chapters, one WWE insider told Wrestling Observer. Solo's still finding his voice, but WWE's acting like he's already the finished product. Ryback's blunt take. Ryback further explained why the push isn't resonating. Fans see through it. You can't just crown someone the next Roman Reigns. Roman earned that respect through time, conflict, and storytelling. Solo's just being given the crown, and that never works in wrestling. The audience has to feel it, not be told it. He added that WWE's attempt to use the Bloodline brand to elevate Solo may be backfiring. It worked for Roman because he built the Bloodline. Now, without him, it's like WWE's trying to recreate the magic with missing pieces. Paul Heyman looks conflicted, the Usos are out, and the chemistry isn't the same. Indeed, many fans on social media have voiced similar concerns. Some praise Solo for stepping up, while others feel the current version of the Bloodline lacks the depth and tension that made it compelling. The next Roman Reigns problem: this isn't the first time WWE has tried to mold a star in the image of another. After John Cena's transition into a part-time role, several stars were tested as the next Cena, from Roman Reigns himself to Drew McIntyre and even Austin Theory. Each time, WWE learned a hard lesson: fans don't embrace forced replacements. Roman Reigns succeeded because he was finally allowed to break away from that comparison. He became something entirely new, a manipulative, power-obsessed tribal chief who blurred the line between family loyalty and dominance. Now, WWE seems eager to repeat that success formula with Solo, but without allowing him to naturally evolve. Former WWE writer Freddie Prinze Jr. also weighed in on his podcast, saying, "Triple H is smart, but he's also under pressure. The company needs another main event level attraction with Roman working fewer dates. I get why he's pushing Solo, but you can't rush the journey. You have to let the audience grow with him." Triple H's vision and the backstage perspective: Triple H has been vocal about his desire to build generational longevity in WWE. His vision for the company's future reportedly centers on a mix of legacy stars and fresh faces who can carry the brand forward. Solo Sikoa fits that mold perfectly, a second-generation wrestler, part of the Anoa'i dynasty, and physically imposing. However, reports suggest that even some in the locker room are unsure about the heavy-handed booking. "People respect Solo," said one anonymous WWE star. "He's cool, humble, and works hard. But when the company starts calling you the next big thing before the fans do, that's a lot of pressure." Triple H's booking style has often emphasized realism and organic storytelling. But critics argue that the current direction with Solo feels like a corporate mandate rather than a creative evolution. Can Solo still succeed? Despite the criticism, Solo Sikoa's future remains bright. He has all the tools to be a top star: athleticism, intensity, and that unmistakable Anoa'i family presence. What he lacks right now is emotional depth, a story that fans can connect to on a personal level. If WWE slows down and lets him develop more naturally, there's a strong chance he could become a true main event player in his own right. Fans have already seen glimpses of greatness, particularly during his matches against LA Knight and Cody Rhodes. His quiet, menacing demeanor could evolve into something unique if given time. Even Ryback, after his harsh criticism, admitted that Solo has potential. "He's got everything you need to be a monster in this business," Ryback said. "I just hope Triple H realizes that stars aren't built in a few months. Let Solo breathe. Let him fail, learn, and rebuild. That's how you make legends." As Roman Reigns remains on a lighter schedule and new stars like Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, and Gunther continue to headline major events, WWE faces the challenge of maintaining balance. Triple H's attempt to create the next big franchise player is understandable, but history shows that lightning rarely strikes twice in the same way. The WWE Universe doesn't need another Roman Reigns, they need the first Solo Sikoa. The sooner the distinction becomes clear, the better it will be for everyone involved. Triple H's commitment to the future of WWE is unquestionable, and his track record since taking over creative has been largely praised. But this latest push has raised eyebrows for all the wrong reasons. Trying to mold someone into the next Roman risks erasing what made Roman special in the first place, and what could make Solo special now. The ex-WWE star's critique might sound harsh, but it highlights an important truth: wrestling fans value authenticity. They don't want clones or copy-paste champions. They want stories that feel real, characters that evolve, and stars who earn their status through struggle and triumph. If WWE can course-correct and let Solo Sikoa's journey unfold naturally, he may very well reach that upper echelon one day. But if they continue to fast-track him as the new tribal chief, the backlash could grow louder, both from fans and those who once walked the same path inside the ring. For now, Triple H's ambitious experiment continues. But as history has shown, in WWE, the crown can only belong to one, and Roman Reigns' shadow still looms large.